Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard New York Jets News, hosted by Jude Jets, the best darn place for some Jets news. Enjoy your flight.
The ONC Jets are traveling to Kansas City to face the 6-1 Chiefs. The Chiefs lost last week. The injury report team to be in here. It's had a 5% chance to win the game, according to ESPN's PI. And the line for this one's like 19.521. So that's definitely are not in for 2 wins. How can the Jets defense stop this Chiefs offense? The Chiefs are led by quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who is about the most perfect quarterback you're ever going to get. He has won over so far on the season and really has no weaknesses. He can throw under pressure, he can throw in snow, he can even throw no passes. The guy is just amazing. The only really time Tim Smith is when he throws a deep pass, and that pass sometimes tends to be overthrown, which is why he had 1 interception. So the Jets are either going to have to hope Mahomes throws a bunch of deep passes and overthrows them all, or we're going to have to hope that our pass rush steps up, because whenever a quarterback is getting sacked, he's getting sacked, and that creates loss of yards. But I feel like we're mainly going to have to focus on the cornerbacks, the Jets cornerback group, who haven't been great all season, but we do have Pro Football Focus highest graded cornerback in Brian Poole guarding the slot, so don't expect Mecole Hardman to have a ton of yards. Peter Zier has not been good for the Jets defense at all this season, but he did hold Stephon Diggs to 48 yards last week, and Stephon Diggs is a Pro Bowl receiver, so maybe Jazier's improving, and Blessing Nelson almost had an interception. So this Jets, cornerback group is slowly improving, and we also have Marcus May, who in that free safety role is dominant in the pass game, and we also have Ashtyn Davis starting in the strong safety role, who had a couple of interceptions in training camp. So it's the Jets cornerbacks who do their job, guard the Chiefs receivers pretty well. Mahomes is not going to have anyone to throw to, because a quarterback can't have any passing yards if he has no one to throw to. And the Jets put a linebacker, A.B. Williamson, becomes a quarterback spy. We contain Mahomes from running, and the Jets cornerbacks guard the receivers well. Mahomes is not going to have a good game. The chances of that happening are very slim. The Chiefs also have a run game. They now have a 1-2 punch in Clyde Edwards-Helaire and former Jet Le'Veon Bell. And I'm just not ready to face the Chiefs offense, because, as I said, how the Jets can stop them, it's probably not going to happen, because the guys are just not going to do their job, and we're just not going to have that dominant run defense we had last year. But if we do have that dominant run defense, then that would be phenomenal. But I just don't see how the Jets are going to be able to stop Edwards-Helaire and Le'Veon Bell. It's going to be really tough for us. But if we want to stop the Chiefs offense, generally speaking, just guard the receivers well and blitz, I guess, whenever they run, it's just going to be hard to stop. How can this offense move the ball against Kansas City's defense? Well, the Chiefs don't have a good run defense, so we're going to have to run the ball. We ran the ball a lot in that first half against Buffalo, and we even scored a rushing touchdown, and we were just moving the ball well and looked like we were in a position to win that game. But in the second half, we just decided to not run the ball at all. I mean, Frank Gore had 11 rushes in the game, and you gave him 25 earlier in the season. And whenever Frank Gore was actually doing stuff in the run game, he probably could have had a 100-yard rushing game if he had 25 touches. The Michael B. Ryan also looked phenomenal, had that touchdown, and he also had a bunch of yards. Well, not like 100 speaking, but he had a good amount for a backup role. So the Jets are just going to have to use the running backs a lot this week if we're going to want to move the ball at all. Because in the receiving game, we're without Crowder, who was basically the only guy in the offense who was, generating receiving yards. And we were without Perriman, who did solid against Miami, and he's just really that number one receiver. You have Denzel Mims, who looks solid in his debut, but he's a rookie, and you're just putting a rookie out to be your number one receiver, which you really don't want to do. And then we also have Berrios, who's not Crowder, and we have Jeff Smith, who played solid Thursday Night Football, and we have Vincent Smith, who's played solid last year. But I don't think those guys are going to be able to create like a Kansas City-style pass offense. So we're going to have to rely on the run defense. Chiefs also have good pass rush. and the Jets let up like 9-6 sacks last week. But I believe Alex Lewis is going to play, so Josh Andrews, who let up like 3 sacks alone, is not going to be playing. Maybe he was just the main reason why we let up so many dang sacks. So if the Jets want to move the ball on offense, run it. Just hand it to Ryan, hand it to Gore, just run the ball. So overall, how are the Jets going to win this game? Guard Kansas City's receivers, get pass rush on Mahomes, and run the ball. If we do those things, we could be in a position to win. It's like Chris Jones said. The Jets are a good football team, just the record, says otherwise. He said you can't overlook people. Because they overlooked the Jets in 2018 and we beat them. The Jets, I think, want to win a game. I don't think they want to be 0-16. I think they want to win. And maybe they have that energy against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs are just such a good team, and I don't think it's happening this week. That's why my final score for this game is Chiefs 45, Jets 6. Thank you for tuning in. If you like what you heard, and make sure to subscribe. I post content every single day. Thanks for tuning in. It's always good. Peace.
He did the monster.